You're watching the 60th TV Week Logie Awards. And now from Nine's Today programme, Georgie Gardner, and from ABC News Breakfast, two-time Walkley Award winner, Virginia Trioli.
Good evening. We are here to present the TV Week Logie for Most Outstanding News Coverage or Public Affairs Report.
Tonight's 5 nominations showcase the work of journalists, crews and producers who excel at seeking and uncovering the truth wherever that might be.
They all share a drive for telling the untold stories, for speaking truth to power.
And tonight's winner has been chosen by a panel of their peers, TV news professionals every bit as curious, passionate and bold as the nominees themselves. And with this award tonight, we just want to pause for a second and also acknowledge that we lost this week one of the greatest proponents of this kind of journalism, a very wonderful woman, and that's the great Four Corners reporter, Liz Jackson. She had a brilliant mind, she had a forensic eye, and she had a compassionate heart. She represents everything that's great about our industry, everything that's wonderful about the ABC, and will forever be grateful for the work that she's done.
Well said, gone far too soon. So let's get into it. After all, it's almost time for us to get up.
Yes, it is.
Pumped, Four Corners, ABC.
People are profiteering. People want to get water in their hands, because if you get water in your hands, that's big money.
If the outcome of it is that we have a very few number of irrigators that have got a huge windfall out of this, I think everybody will be disgusted.
There's a small number of large extractors who benefited, and nearly everybody else has paid the price. If you abandon the river, you're basically abandoning the people.
Don Burke Special, a current affair, 9 Network.
You've been described today as a psychotic bully, a misogynist and a sexual predator.
I think I've got a bit to apologise to my family. There are things I've done that I'm not at all proud of.
It's not a rumour if a woman says, Don Burke said this to me and did this to me. That's not a rumour. That's a woman saying, this was done to me.
If it's 30 years ago, it doesn't mean it's accurate.
Well, it's not all 30 years ago.
Haiti Uncovered, Sunday night, Channel 7.
They've identified this as a thriving marketplace for child prostitution. Inside a single locked room, over a dozen children.
What motivates you to risk your life flying around the world to save children you've never met?
Children have a right to be free to be children. They're not commodities, they're not slaves, they're not to be used for other people's gratification.
Escape from Salt Creek, 60 Minutes, 9 Network.
One monster, 2 young women trapped on a remote beach.
Thinking, oh my God, he wants to kill us.
In the fight of their lives.
He came from behind, and that's when I got the heart smash with the hammer.
Roman Hines didn't count on how strong you were.
We knew that we had to fight, we had to do whatever was needed to survive.
The Siege, Four Corners, ABC.
Evidence drawn out at the inquest presents a picture of multiple systems failures of procedure. It bounced off and detonated in front of the assault team.
Tactically, that's wrong. It wouldn't have been difficult just to pull the door ajar and roll a flashbang into the room.
We watched that, and that's when I said, oh my God, they've killed her. Just knew they'd killed her.
And the TV Week Logie goes to The Siege, Four Corners.
This Logie, the 21st for Four Corners, recognises Sarah Ferguson's compelling two-part investigation into 2014's Lint Cafe siege and the toll it took on its victims. Accepting the award tonight, producers Morag Ramsey and Justin Stevens.
My goodness.
Thank you for the recognition of our work, but most importantly, thank you to the families of two brave and beautiful souls, Tori Johnson and Katrina Dawson, who chose to tell the painful story of that dreadful day and night in the Lindt Cafe, one of those episodes seared into our national psyche. We thank them for trusting us, our extraordinary host Sarah Ferguson, producer Justin Stevens, and the team that devoted themselves to telling their story, Genevieve McGregor, Bridget Brennan, Louis Aroglu, Guy Bowden, and our EP, Sally Neighbour. No one wanted the siege to end the way that it did, but we felt that however uncomfortable it might be to hear, there were hard truths that had to be told so that any further terrorist incident could not be mishandled in this way, so that lessons could be well and truly learned. Four Corners has been on the air for more than 50 years. My colleagues and I stand on the shoulders of giants, like our much-loved Liz Jackson, who we lost this week, and we deeply grieve. We never take for granted the position that we have been given to tell the stories that matter to Australia, and we wear that responsibility with pride. Thank you.